Like the night I lost that I am Norm, man. I sat in my room and studied for 6 hours. I was just not going. I didn't even move. I turned my phone off, studied for 6 hours because it hurt. I'm like, yo, that hurt. I don't want this to happen again. So I sat in there and studied. Now, of course, it was probably not the best thing, but it just learned I got to work harder. Cool. If I take an L, keep working.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode. We have a very exciting guest with us in the house here in Toronto. We have James Canty III. After an exciting Champions Chess Tour finals, flexing. Fabi,
I have to flex too?
are we flexing?
Man,
Are we all
Fabi.
flexing?
You can't see with the
hoodie.
the hoodie on.
Bobby with the flex.
Welcome, James. A pleasure. Actually, at the beginning of the podcast, when we first started, we always had you in mind as a potential guest. Fabi always, he was following you on Instagram, seeing all the flexes and everything, and we really wanted to get you on.
Man, glad to be here. Thanks for having me, Fabi and Christian. You guys are awesome. So we watched the podcast as well. We know about you guys. Our Discord, shout out to the GM Factory Discord. They posted, when we saw a cameo of me, they were like, yo, check the podcast. So everybody went to go watch it. So we follow you guys. We respect your work. We love what you do. So thanks. Thank you for having me.
I wanted to give our viewers and pretty much the chess community a chance for them to see you and see your progression throughout the chess world as well, because they know you as a coach, as a commentator, mostly nowadays as an author of chess books, but they don't know your story, right? So that's what I want to get into it. Tell us a bit about how you started.
I started when I was playing chess when I was 8 years old, basically. I mean, we're around 7 years old, 8, kind of a late start in these days, but 7, 8, I'm from Detroit, Michigan, so my dad taught me how to play, and for me, it kept me off the streets of Detroit, basically. I have friends that aren't here or incarcerated or still doing the same thing, when I go back home sometimes to see that, and it really was just a way for me to bond with my dad, but my dad also knew where I was when it's late at night, or all hours of the day sometimes, especially in the summertime. They had the chess club. Shout out to all the Kings Mid, Ed Mandel, and them boys out there. But I would be out there till like 12 noon. The chess club used to be at the mall. He would drop me off at the mall. We'd be at the chess club from like 12 noon to like 1 in the morning. So all day playing chess as a kid growing up. And it was fun, and I liked it. And then my school had a chess team. So we're going on a chess team. I was actually pretty garbage, in fact. I mean, as many people start, you start pretty garbage. So I was garbage, and I was so bad at one point that the coach, Hero Steam, may he rest in peace, he was like 1,800 player, and he said he actually, nationals, you got to take a 5-man team or 5-kid team or whatever, and they pay for everything. So but I wasn't good enough to go, basically. So, and also Dalton Barksdale, shout out to you, buddy. But he would talk trash and beat the crap out of me every game. My dad didn't like this. So after like summer or like summer let out for school, my dad would get me up like it's, school still at 7 o'clock in the morning to play chess. And I'm like, Dad, I'm not trying to. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't have school. Why am I getting up to play chess? So we would play chess from like 7 to like noon. And I enjoyed it and really got good. And then that time of me actually playing at the chess club, reading chess books, not knowing where it would actually go, I just liked the game, like a genuine love for the game. Then I go back to the following year to school, and school let in, and I crushed everyone except the coach. So this was around 5th or 6th grade. Then I actually took us to a national championship, Bates Academy, where I won our first nationals or whatever as a team, stuff like that. So I was a kid. Fast forward, I beat my dad around 10 years old, who he's about 1,600 at the time. So for me, being a black chess player, it's not a lot of us to us that are very good. Shout out to chessdrum.net, Daim Shabazz, where he puts all the black players that are good around the world ever in chess. He kind of writes articles about them and puts them up there and updates it frequently. So it's pretty cool to have that. But at the time, for me, I didn't know anything about black people in chess. We just didn't really have it. I didn't know where it was and et cetera. But I went into high school, fast forwarding, playing chess, winning all kind of stuff, just really absorbing the game. I go into high school about 2,000 rated, so USCF. So I'm already like an expert going into high school and graduating around a master. I was like 2,200 when I graduated, and I didn't play any FIDE tournaments until after I graduated high school. So I had a really late start with FIDE there. So that's my journey now, is really grinding that part.